Okay. Hello, children. Good morning to you all. How do you do? Hope that all of you are keeping well. You have completed your holidays. Now we are going to start our lesson. So this is moral science lesson number 7. We have already completed 6 lessons. Exams are over. Now we are coming to the 7th lesson. The 7th lesson is on competition and sportsmanship. Okay. Now, by playing sports, you get competitive spirit and sportsmanship. Now, let us see what is this competitive spirit and sportsmanship. Competitive spirit and sportsmanship is seen in every aspect of life. That is in the classroom, while playing in the field, when you are talking or working with your friends and family. Everywhere there is competition. Nowadays, you know that the world is full of competition. If you want to get admission in a school, there is also a competition. Only worthy people are, or those who get good marks are being taken up. So everywhere there is a competition. Even in playing also we know that there is competition. We play in a competition. Competition spirit helps us to use God-given talents to excel. That means to improve the God-given talents. When we compete with others, we are improving our talents. How is it? When we play, we come to know the mistakes or where we are doing wrong, or how can we improve. All that we come to know while playing, and this helps us to improve our play or whatever we are doing. True sportsman spirit teaches us to treat others with respect. If you are a person with a true sportsman spirit, that allows you or makes you to treat others with respect. A person who is having true sportsman spirit, he will be always showing respect towards others. The Latin word competition means to strive together, to seek together. What do you mean by strive together and seek together? To work together to attain something, to attain success. So in a team you are doing the work. So competition is to strive together, try together, work together, seek together. That is the meaning of it. Competition is a Latin word. The meaning is that life is full of competition. It is a challenge. Wherever you go for example, entrance to the medicine, entrance for engineering course, whatever it may be, there is a competition. So whatever you want to become, you have to have a challenge. You have to face the challenge and you have to compete with the others. It is necessary for the survival of man. Competition is quite necessary for the survival to live for man. Example, you see, now there is the pandemic of COVID-19. So every country is trying to find out a vaccine. Everybody is competing so that they may bring out the medicine first or the vaccine first. So when there is any necessity also, a competition takes place, and that competition enables us to get the problem solved as quickly as possible. Then we compete to improve our standard in a healthy and cooperative manner. We wanted to improve our way of life. We wanted to improve our work. So it will be done in a healthy and a cooperative manner. We get the cooperation of others for that. And it is not jealousy. We are not under the influence of jealousy. We want to achieve something with the competition. and as quickly as possible. It is not out of jealousy. No, there is no place for jealousy in the competition. Competition is a factor in education to bring out the best in students. So when you are in a class, each student compete each other so that you may come out in the best way. Or how much you can do, that much you try to do when you have in a competition. For example, you see in the schools there are cultural programs, singing competitions, dancing competitions, drawing competitions. All these we do as we compete, as we try more and more, as we make it in, we give more chances for it. It gives us more experience and we become experts in that. And we need much practice to improve our things, whatever it may be we are doing. By giving more practice, we improve ourselves. So it brings out our talents in us. Competition brings out our talents in us. That means when we compete with others only, we come to know that how talented we are. What are the talents in us? What are the qualities which are in us? What are the God-given gifts which are in us? The purpose of competition is not only winning, but to accept failures with a positive attitude. Winning is of course there. So whether we win or not, we are ready to accept our failures. Actually, children, we know that everybody makes mistakes except God. Everybody makes mistakes. But what happens is, we are not ready to accept our mistakes because we are proud, we are much self-conscious. But competitions in a good sportsman spirit makes us to accept our failures, because when we compete in a team, we will come to know what are our mistakes. Others are performing well. How do they perform it? We learn from them. So we try to compensate our mistakes and our weaknesses, and we try to perform in a better way. When you accept failures with courage, you prove that failure in life does not mean life is a failure. Failure in life does not mean life is a failure. There can be failures in our life, but life can never be a failure because we learn from the failures. Failures are stepping stones to success. So when we fail somewhere, we come to know which are the mistakes, what are the mistakes we have done, and so we learn from the mistakes and then we come to the successes. Some people, they do not participate in anything. Why? Because they are afraid of failure. It's not a good condition. We should not be afraid of failure. Failures will come in our life, but you remember Thomas Edison, who had made the bulb which we use daily. 2000 times he failed and finally only he was able to make it. So he is a very good example for not to fear on anything, but to try. Courage to accept defeats builds our character. A person with a good character always accepts defeats courageously, and then he will have a very good character for him. Sportsmanship is play according to the rules and the spirit of sports. What do you mean by sportsmanship? It is to play according to the rule and in the spirit of sports. It is not to defeat the other one, but we play for the sake of playing, to enjoy. It encourages hard work. Sportsmanship encourages hard work, regular practice and determination. We decide that even though I have lost last time, I will try again and again. It's a determination. And I want to get success in that. Now children, what are the essential qualities, main qualities for competition? Yes, honesty and truthfulness. When you go for sports, when you go to play in the field, two great qualities which you should have is honesty and truthfulness. Be honest and truthful. Competition encourages always team spirit. Competition encourages team spirit and gets the support and cooperation of others. You get the support and cooperation of others. In your textbook, there is a story of a gentleman who was watching a football match. A gentleman was there, he was with a cap. As the play started, he was very interested in that, and he was cheering up the person, cheering up the group which is scoring. So he will raise his cap and he was shouting and cheering them up. And after some time, next group, other team was winning over, and this man again started to cheer them up. So he was cheering up both the sides. So a man who was standing in front of him heard his sound of cheering and asked him, he wondered which group this fellow belongs to. He is supporting both the groups. Then he asked him, which team are you belonging to, or which group are you cheering? Then the man said very calmly, I am not cheering any side. I am enjoying the game. I am only enjoying the game. I am not bothered about which team is conquering, but I only want to enjoy the game. This is sportsmanship. This is sportsmanship. Enjoy because it is a game. You enjoy it because it is a game. That is the real sportsmanship. Now, what are the things that comes under the sportsmanship? Let us see. Sportsmanship consists of fair play, honest play. It means all participants have equal chance to attain victory in an honest and dignified manner. Honestly and with all dignity, everybody in the team will get a chance to win the match. That is fair play. No partiality. Everybody is given equal chance in everywhere. That means respect for the others, including team members, opponents and officials. It is not only respecting your own people, your own team people, but you have to have respect for the opponent team also. Not only these two teams, but you have to respect the officials. There is the referees there, the people in charge of that match, all these people are there. You have to respect them. You have to listen to them and do accordingly. A true sportsman is always polite. He will not use abusive words. He will not get angry. He will not shout at, and he will not say that you have done this, you have done this, I am right, you are wrong. No. He is a true sportsman is always helpful even to the opponents and shakes hands with the players after the match. Even if you fail, even if you do not win, you shake hands with the other team which has won the match. This is sportsmanship. So you don't worry whether you win or whether you fail. You enjoy the game, you play and enjoy the game. Then let us see more in points about sportsmanship. What is it meant by? Sportsmanship involves full commitment to participation. What do you mean by that? Full commitment to participation. You see, when there are some competitions, some of the team people, what they do, they will come on the first day of the practice and in between after 2-3 days again they will appear, and again they will be absent, and again in the last day when everybody is going to play they will come. What's happening then? They will not have enough of practice. They will not come to know what are the mistakes they have done and how can they improve on that. So they may be a cause of failure for this team. So a person who has a real sportsmanship, he will be working hard at the practice. He will be present on every day. He acknowledges, he says, yes, I have made mistake. He acknowledges his mistake, he says, yes, and tries to improve by correcting the mistakes. So what are the things that you have to do? First, you should be regular in your practice. Work hard, not that, he will catch the ball or he will do, I will just stand there. When everybody gets the prize, I too will get, so I stand like that. That is not the mentality you should have. Work hard and acknowledge your mistakes and try to correct it. This is the first point that is needed for a sportsman. Second point is submit to rules and respect officials. Whatever be the rule in the sports field, you have to obey and respect the officials. If the referee says that is wrong, yes, you say wrong. Don't go to argue with him. Then third point is respect and have concern for social customs. You should respect the social customs people which do during the match time. For example, shaking of hands, appreciating a good performer. Even if he is from the opposite team, you will appreciate him, give him a shake hand. Fourthly, even ready to lend one's equipment to the opponent. The opponent has brought an equipment which was not so good and he has got spoiled. You may be having extra ones with you. You are ready to give him. Don't think that, yes, very good, his thing has not okay, so he won't be able to do the match properly, so we will win, I won't give mine. No. Your real spirit is that if you have extra equipment, give even if he is an opponent. Agreeing to play even if the opposite opponent is late. Sometimes what they do, sometimes this opponent is coming little late. 5 minutes, 10 minutes late. You say, yeah, he has come late, so I am not going to play with him. Finished, I am the winner. No. Your sportsmanship says that even if the opponent is late, you should play with him. Excuse him. We are human beings. Anybody can happen to anything. Maybe he met with some accident on the way, or maybe something else, whatever it may be. So you excuse him. Not taking advantage of injured opponent. A person, while you are running, so a person got injured. So you don't mind the person, no. You consider him. I can give you a very good example. A few years ago, it's a real example. Example means which happened. A few years ago, what happened? Mentally retarded children were collected in a field, games field, and it was a running race for them. All the mentally retarded were stood up, standing there, and the whistle was blown. They started to run. You know that mentally retarded people, how they run. But what happened was, when they reached half the way, one of the child fell down. Suddenly, the falling sound all the children heard. Suddenly they stopped running, turned back. Everybody turned back. They picked up the boy. Then they saw, they were trying to see what happened, what injuries have happened to him. So, see the team spirit. They could have run forward. One of them would have got the prize also. But they did not want it. They wanted their team, full team to run. Instead of prize, they wanted to have a team spirit to enjoy the match. This is what is real sportsman spirit. So, we should be away from the attitude to win at all cost. This attitude is not good. by any means, by showing dishonesty or whatever it may be, I have to win. Even I may kick at others, push at others, and I try to go forward. No, this mentality should not be there. And you should not lose your temper after a mistake. Don't lose your temper. Don't get angry because some mistake has taken place. Compete and don't compete for individual prize when you are in a team. If it is an individual thing, okay. If it is in a team, don't try to show yourself as somebody great. And then children, we come to a very live experience from a great sportsman, Ruben Gonzalez. This Ruben Gonzalez was playing in the final match of a racquetball tournament for the world title. Just imagine, he was a great man. He was playing for the racquetball tournament for the world title. And if he wins here, he will be the number 1 in the world. So, what did he do while playing? He played a super shot to save a point. Gonzalez played a super shot to save a point. The referee, the linesman, all of them said wonderful shot it was. They agreed that the shot was very wonderful, and Ruben Gonzalez was declared as the winner. But you know what happened? After a little while, 1 or 2 seconds, Ruben Gonzalez turned back. And what did he do, you know? He shook the hand of the opponent and said that my shot was faulty. He understood that his shot was faulty. But the referee and the linesman could not understand it. They could not make it out. But he understood that his shot was faulty. So he turned back and said, you are the winner to the opponent. I haven't done it properly. Can any of you do that? That is real sportsman spirit. So he lost the match. Nobody will disqualify oneself. A real honest person can do such kind of thing. Then after that, people asked him, why did you do like that? He told, it was the only thing to do in order to maintain my integrity, in order to continue my honesty. This was the only way I can do. I may get a prize, but my honesty is challenged there. I will not be an honest man. So he said, this was the only way I can do to maintain my integrity. So he proved that sportsmanship and integrity are the most important components of any game. Which are they? Sportsmanship and integrity. So some defeats are more triumphant than victories. Actually, the failure of this Gonzalez was really a triumph of his character. It is not important whether you win or lose. It is how you play the game, with what integrity, with what truthfulness, what honesty, what competitive spirit you are playing. That is what is important. It is not that whether you win or not. So children, this is a very good example for us how to lead a life in competitive spirit and sportsmanship. Bye.